So this is the data set which we are going to visualize. Okay. So I've already loaded this into my Power BI notebook, as you can see. So let's click on load. So our data set is loaded, as you can see on the right side. So first thing first, let's change the canvas background. Let's make it light gray. Okay. Decreasing the transparency. Now, perfect. Let's, should we try black? Let's try black. Okay. So let's build KPI cards first. So clicking on visualization. Now clicking on card. Okay. So as you know already that we are going to have two pages. So this is first page, and this particular page is sales overview. Through this particular page, we're gonna have an overview of sales. Let's name it sales overview dashboard. Perfect. So now coming back to our first KPI card. So over here, I'm gonna depict total sales. So in the fields, I'm gonna have sales or revenue. So yeah. So now remove the category label, switching on title, and let's have it rename the title as total sales. Perfect. Making it Arial black, keeping it in center. And yeah, so let me change the effects. Let's make it light blue. Increase the transparency, visual border on, making it okay. Let's make it 16. Okay, switching on shadow, making it red. Okay, now going back to effects. Okay, let's have the callout value as white. Okay, and making it bold, and over here in title as well, let's have the text color as white. Perfect. Okay, and that's it, I guess. Now let's just copy again. Now on the second KPI card, let's have total units sold. So for this, I'm gonna have units sold, or we can use another KPI as or we can have model as well, the total number of models, or we can also no. So this is sales overview, right? So everything will be only sales related. So that's around 50,000 number of units, total units sold. So now let's have another KPI card. Let's have let's depict the average selling price over here. So aggregation average. So that's 75,000. Let's change the title. Average selling price. Let me decrease the okay. Now let's build our first visualization of sales overview dashboard, our first page. Let's just copy the design. Let's build our first visualization, which is going to be line chart. Okay, and perfect. Now in the line chart, I'm gonna have date in the x-axis. Let's have year over here, and in the y-axis, I'm gonna have sales volume and a sum of it. Perfect. So this depicts sales trend over time. sales trend over time. Perfect. So that's it, I guess. But let's switch off the values and title. Let's keep things very minimalistic and clean. And in the line color, let me experiment if red color suits it or not. I don't know. Yeah, navy blue is good. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's copy the same design again, and let's have another chart which is going to be bar chart. Let's have a stack bar chart, and through this I'm going to depict sales by BMW model. So in the x-axis I am going to have model, so removing it and then adding model. And in the y-axis I'm gonna have sales. You can also have year, by which year, which particular model sold, but I'm gonna have sales volume. And okay, so you can also have clustered bar chart over here. Okay. So as I was saying, you can also have year over here. Hmm. So now you can see 7 series sold this much, X1 this much, and so on. Okay. So yeah, over the time. So now let's change the title. Sales by BMW model. Hmm. The most popular one is 7 series, and the least popular one is M3. Okay. So yeah. So we got model in the x-axis, and in the y-axis I've got count of sales volume. So you can see 3 series sold around 3733, and then 7 series, and then i8 x6, and so on. So let's change the title. Sales by BMW model. Okay. Now let me just resize it so I can adjust other features into this dashboard. Okay. So what should we add? Let's add a slicer. Let's add it over here. Hmm. Let's just remove this. Let's add a shape, not image, sorry. Shape. Hmm. Let's add a hidden slicer. Hmm. Okay. So I've grouped both as one. Let's change it to slicer. Okay. So in the slicer, I'm gonna have, let's have it ear. Let's depict by ear. Okay, perfect. Changing the title, naming it ear. Okay, going to visual, removing slicer header, slicer setting, making it drop down. Okay, perfect. Or we can have it as vertical list. Let's have it as vertical list so that we cover the entire part. Okay, so now let's add another shape. Hmm, not this large, compact. Okay, let's add some text. Hmm, let's name it sales overview. Hmm, make it white, keeping it in center. Making it bold. Hmm, visual border on. Okay, keeping shadow on. Hmm, it looks cool, I guess. So, hmm. So now let's add few images. Hmm, okay, let's add another image. So yeah, let's place it over here. Perfect. So now let's do one thing. Let's add hide and show effect like we have done in our earlier tutorials as well. Okay. So now let's click on this group. Click on modeling. Click on view. Yeah. Selection. Bookmark. Okay. So now let's hide this. Yeah. Now add a bookmark. Hide. Oh, sorry. Caps on. Now let's add another bookmark. Show. So show is already here and hide. Let's update. Show, hide, show, hide. Perfect. But now I have to done this using the buttons. Let me just enlarge it. This entire section. Hmm. Okay. So now let's click on cross button first. Switching on action. Type bookmark, hide. And similarly with other bookmark, show. Perfect. So now control plus cross, hidden away, control plus tick, it shows. Cross, hidden away, it shows. Perfect. So now let's add a few PNGs which I've already selected. I extracted these PNGs out of the images and removed the background. Give a more aesthetic appeal. Okay. Let's add it over here. Or I don't know. Okay, let's add a few images more. Okay, couple of more, I guess. Oh no. Hmm. Hmm. This looks cool. So now let me do one thing. Let me just uh let me just copy uh this entire page, okay, to create another page. Let's duplicate it. This is our first page. This is our second page. So let's change the title first. So I'm going to depict performance and market analysis through this page. So let's rename it performance and market analysis. And without changing much, I'm going to change. First of all, let's change the PNG so we don't get confused. So let's have a multi-car selection of BMW. Perfect. So let's through in this particular page, performance and market analysis, we're going to depict performance and market analysis of BMW. Okay, this particular data set, and let's revamp the first KPI card without changing the design again. Because let's keep things very simple, so we just fastly wrap up this project. In the field, I'm gonna have sales, but I'm gonna use aggregation as max this time. Okay, so or we can have price over here as well, depicting the maximum price. Let's changing it highest price. Okay, and over here I can have uh again I should have, I guess, sales, and let's have minimum. So minimum sales any particular year is 100. Let's have sales only over here as well, keeping things simple. Maximum, changing the title, keeping it minimum. And over here total models available, we can depict total models available. So clicking on model count, distinct count, 11 models total. So now let me change the slicer part. I'm gonna have a different slicer in this particular page. I'm gonna have model slicer. So let's click on model. Yes, perfect. And in the two dashboards visualizations which I created, let's have uh, a different uh, you know visual altogether. Let's have a scatter plot, and through scatter plots let's depict units sold and sales, or we can also depict region or sales volume by model. Or if you just want to keep things simple, you can also use just basic pie chart over here, like I've used, which shows you sales distribution by particular model. So sales here by BMW model. And over here, second one, we can use a simple bar chart. In the x-axis, let's have model, and the y-axis price as, or let's just remove it. Let me depict. Or you can have sales volume by region. Region. Going to visual. Let's change a different chart. Hmm. Okay. So let's check the slicer. 7 series is sold the most in North America. I3 is sold the most in Asia, and so on. Control plus cross, control plus tick. That's it, I guess. This is our two-page dashboard, but I forgot to add one thing, which is navigation. So for that, I need to add icons, which I've already selected, I guess. Let's add icons over here. Similarly, copying. Okay. Now let's add navigation, switching on action, page navigation. Okay. Similarly, switching on action, page navigation. Okay. So now control plus click, page changes. Control plus click. Okay. Perfect. Hiding the slicer, hiding the slicer again. So this is our final dashboard, multi-page Power BI dashboard, which I've created, as you can see. Control plus click hides away. Control plus click. Control plus click. goes away. Control plus click goes. Control plus click. So that's it for today. See you next time.